Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Cindy Simkus. I'm the Director of Enrollment Management here, and this is day 2 of our virtual open house week. Today's topics are key and critical to our student audience. We're going to talk about academics with our Dean of Academics, Mrs. Pergola, and we're going to be talking about college counseling with our college counselor, Ms. Kilgannon. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce everybody here. Ms. Pergola has been with us since 2015. She started as an English teacher. She's currently the chair of the English department, as well as wearing many other hats, our Dean of Academics, our advisor for NHS, the National English Honor Society, and an advisor for Student Council as well. Ms. Kilgannon wears 2 really important hats on our campus. She is both our school counselor and our college counselor. So tonight we're going to talk about our college counseling program, and she also is a teacher of our AP Psych program this year and our graduate seminar, which is the culmination of all of the years of our college counseling. So I'm going to turn it over to Mrs. Pergola first. So she's going to get started tonight.
Hey everybody. So the big part of Knox that we really like to focus on is the fact that we really focus on where our students are going to be when they leave us. Every day that we spend with them is ultimately for this goal as a college preparatory school. So if you look at some of the schools that our students have attended in the last couple of years, we do have schools such as Stanford, MIT, Northeastern, UMiami, Boston. These are the schools that our students really strive to get to, and they work every day to get there. And this can start as early as middle school if they come to us at that age. Otherwise, no matter what time they come to us, we work together with me as the Dean of Academics and Ms. Kilgannon as the college counselor to really make sure that they can reach these goals. We start working with what their classes should be, what their passions should follow, and we get them to where they want to be at the end. So each of our students, as they come in, we work on a customized education plan for them. A lot of this is due to the fact that we are so small and we are able to have a true one-on-one with every student. So everybody knows every student's name, every student knows every teacher's name. The students are assigned an advisor who follows them as well throughout the year, making sure their grades are on track, making sure that they have the opportunity to join clubs, be in classes, join sports, all that interest them, and also follow those passions. So if we have a student who potentially wants to go pre-med, we're going to make sure that that student follows the science track, ends up in the AP Bio, AP Chemistry. But if we have someone who's looking at maybe a STEM or an engineering future, we're going to have them going more towards the STEM track. So these are all additional aspects that we put into their graduation requirements as well. For their graduation requirements, we do require 4 years of English plus their graduate capstone project, 4 years of history, 3 years of math that are Algebra 1 and above. Some of our students do come in and place at a higher level of math, so we do let them still take their 3 years, but they could start as late as geometry, Algebra 2, or even pre-calc as a freshman. They also have 3 years of lab sciences, 3 consecutive years of world languages, which we currently offer Spanish, French, and Mandarin. They take 1 year of health in addition to their 3 seasons of after-school sports. They take choir for 1 year plus 2 years of visual and performing arts. They typically would need 1 of each for graduation, and then 3 credit electives as well. So in addition to these, or really to enhance these, we also offer honors and AP classes in every single department on our campus. So you'll see in the mathematics department, we offer AP Calc AB and BC, as well as AP Statistics. For science, we have AP Bio, Chem, Physics 1 and 2, and Environmental Science. Humanities, we offer both in English and History, so we have AP English Language, AP English Literature, AP US History, AP US Gov, and AP Psychology. For the arts and STEM departments, we have AP Music Theory and AP Studio Art, as well as AP Computer Science Principles and AP Computer Science A, which sort of go back to back. With our advanced placement classes, we also offer dual enrollment courses that also will strive to get our students to the next level. You'll see here that we have 3 connections with local universities, one being Suffolk Community College, another being Stony Brook University, and Malloy. So with these, our students are given the opportunity to take college classes for only $57 per credit, rather than the cost of a typical college university class. So most of these classes are anywhere between $170 and $250. and they get the 3 college credits as long as they maintain a C or above, which typically our students do because our teachers are always there to help them make sure that they get through it. A lot of these are concurrently run with our AP classes. So for example, something like English 101 Standard Freshman Composition is also run concurrently with AP English Language. That way, if a student's college, for some students who want to maybe go to an international university, it's nice to have the rigor of a college course, but they will also get the AP credit that they need to apply to those UK or international schools as well. However, these courses would not even be available without our fantastic faculty members, who are very highly qualified, with 83% of them having advanced degrees, either master's or PhDs or EdDs. And 34% of our faculty have already taught at the college level, in addition to the faculty who's currently teaching our dual enrollment here. Our teachers are also very highly involved with our students. They do not stop just in the classroom. They don't start at 7:30 in the morning and end at 3 o'clock. They are advisors to our students. So they are tracking their educational progress. They're tracking their grades. They're making sure that they are doing what they're supposed to do. They lead clubs. So they help the students find the passions. All of our clubs are created by our students, and then it is assigned to a teacher who has a similar passion. So those teachers are doing that as well. They're also coaches, some of them will coach outside of school. They all hold extra help. We offer SAT and ACT prep classes taught by 2 of our teachers on campus, 2 department chairs actually. And we offer holistic teaching philosophies as well as progressive teaching approaches. So we are very much engaged in each of our students at every step of the way. So our honor societies are also a big part of our resume builders for our students. Currently, we have NHS and NJHS. So we have National Honor Society and National Junior Honor Society, which on average raise anywhere between $3,000 and $5,000 per year, which we then put into our local community, as well as engaging in national and international events. We also offer an honor society in just about every content subject. So we have National English Honor Society, Math Honor Society, History Honor Society, Art Honor Society, Science, and Tri-M, which is our Music Honor Society. So with these, we lead to the process of them building these really strong resumes in addition to their clubs and the courses that they're taking.
So I guess that this would be my next piece now. So hi, I'm Ms. Kilgannon again. And the college application process, everyone believes that it's so intimidating. A lot of parents and students reach out to us because of the application process alone versus the FAFSA, the CSS profiles, your SARA applications, everything that goes along with the college process and experience. There's a lot of levels and layers to it. And because of that, we start our students with 9th grade information instead of moving all the way into our senior year. So it really is a stress-free process because we're walking through everything we possibly can with each and every student individually. So 9th graders, 10th graders, 11th, and 12th, they're all meeting with me individually, let alone building that schedule with Ms. Pergola every year. So because of that, it gives them a stress-free option and opportunity to really build their information and to be able to really go through everything that they possibly can throughout the entire process. So really in 9th grade, they're starting with Maya Learning, which is our platform. It's similar to Naviance, if you've heard of that platform before. And then they're also working in Google Classroom to be able to really start their career exploration and college planning. So they're going to be taking information as far as work interest profile. They're going to do a skills building profile. They're going to be doing interest inventory, all of those things just to see what their interests are, to be able to understand what they really want to do from the college perspective. Even before they think about majors, even before they think about what schools they want to go to, some of our students do walk in 9th grade and already know exactly what they want to be and exactly what they want to do. But that doesn't mean that they can't explore other options or see other majors or possibly start to think about dual majors or international information that they might want to add. In 10th grade, it is a little bit more interesting because we're still having those individual meetings and we're also doing classroom information to be able to start to build that career and that academic planning piece, especially for those that are international university bound, because we want to make sure that we're getting those AP classes in well before, their 11th and 12th grade year, so that we have that information for those international universities so that it pertains to them. And then following that, in our 11th grade year, we start to finalize the college searches. They begin the Common App process and also the Common App essay writing and all of their recommendation letters from all of their teachers. So this is done well before 12th grade. So literally when our students get to 12th grade, they already have so much done with the process and their applications. They don't even have to worry about the application process in 12th grade. It's literally just filling out everything and hitting a button, pressing send. That's it. Because our teachers have worked with them so hard. I've worked with them. Ms. Pergola has worked with them. The entire staff has really built the entire culture, this college going culture around what we're doing. So that really does culminate in that 12th grade year with the graduate seminar, which they meet individually and on a weekly basis as a class with me every week to be able to make sure that they're going over their applications, they're getting everything in as soon as possible, and they're making sure that everything from soup to nuts literally is done well before November 1st. So as of right now, I believe we already have a good percentage of our class, more than 25% of our class has already put in applications as far as our graduating class. That's well before the November 1st early action, early decision deadline right now. And that's the goal, to be able to have at least one application for each student by November 1st, so that they already have the application process ready and willing to go and be able to just step into their senior year stress-free, have the applications done well before they even get into December, and be able to just enjoy the rest of their senior year before they move on to the next part of their journey. So I'm going to pass it back to Ms. Pergola because she does do the NCAA eligibility now.
So since Knox's philosophy focuses not only on academic success, but also athletic success, we really try to make sure that our students are in compliance with NCAA as well. A lot of our students do look to play at the next level, whether it's D1, D2, or D3. And a part of that is making sure that they are meeting these eligibility requirements. So that again goes right back to us meeting one-on-one with these students constantly. If they are a potential college athlete, we make sure that they are taking the courses that are required by NCAA, which also then meets our graduation requirements, but sometimes it's a little bit of an extra course that they need to take, or it's a different path that they need to follow. So between meeting with me consistently, continuing to meet with Ms. Kilgannon, and also having meetings with their coaches, as well as our athletic directors, we make sure that they are fully registered and eligible on NCAA. We follow through with updating their courses. We make sure that their potential future coaches are aware of their situations here and what they would be doing. Every student that comes into Knox, if they are someone who is considering playing on a D1, D2, or D3 level, we start that compliance as early as their application process. So Ms. Simkis will always get their transcripts to me, let me know what sport they're considering, because it is very different for each sport, and make sure that they are eligible beforehand. That way we could always give you that kind of information, make sure that you know which path you need to follow. You may need to take an additional class, you may need to add an additional requirement for it, but whatever it is, we make sure that your student will always be ready to play at the next level if that's what they want, so that we are here to support their journey no matter which way their journey goes after Knox.
Well, I thank you both for your time today. We have a few extra minutes. If I could, I just want to ask a couple of quick questions. I'm going to start, I think, with Ms. Pergola.
Mm-hmm.
When you're working with a student to help them personalize their schedule, what are some of the things that you cover or you talk about with them and helping them have that eye toward college?
So a lot of it is asking them what their passions really are. I think a lot of students immediately come in and they just want the high salary jobs in the future. And that's not always the best path for them, or the path that's going to make them the happiest in the future. So it's figuring out what they like to do, why they like to do it, and what they can do with that. So a lot of it is career counseling in that process. What do you like doing today that you can get paid to do tomorrow? And then we look through it in that way. There's also different ways of looking at it where we work closely then with Ms. Kilgannon. We may have a student who wants to go pre-med and just is really struggling in the math and sciences at the high school level, but can potentially learn what they need to learn in a pre-med track. It's finding that way to still get them to med school in 4 years or so. It's just a matter of maybe being an English major to get into college. That way that English major can still prepare them for their MCATs, and then they could still go to med school. So it's finding the different paths that work for our students based on their strengths and their abilities.
Okay, great. Ms. Kilgannon, I know you talked about the start of college counseling starts in grade 9, but what if I'm a student who comes in at grade 10 or grade 11? Am I behind in that process?
No, absolutely not. Anybody, we've had students that have come in 12th grade, and I can catch them up with everything that they need to be able to do, to be able to get the entire college counseling process in, to be able to get in all of their information as far as their assessments, if they needed to do that, career planning, if they need to be able to like really step into the role. Students sometimes really still don't even know what's going on, what they really want to do, and how they really want to explore certain things until they've taken a college level class in maybe their 11th grade year, and really it starts to steer them. So it doesn't matter when our students come to Knox, they're able to catch up on the process. They're able to meet with me individually in classrooms, anything that they need to do to be able to get on the track that they need to be able to feel like they got everything that they needed to out of the college counseling process and get through to graduation and the school that they want to.
And one more question for you too. Inevitably, I imagine there's some stress that comes along with this process. How do you, you do wear two great hats in this space. How do you help our students through that sort of the stressful time in terms of, figuring out what they want to do and what colleges they want to go to? And, when they get decisions in and they have to make the one big decision, how do you kind of help them through that?
So part of actually our curriculum is social emotional learning piece of it too. So there's a lot of time management and stress management. There's a lot of different pieces that actually teach our students soft skills as well as the hard skills that they get in the academic piece. So being able to maybe time manage a little bit better, being able to manage stress in those situations, being able to press send on their application as easily as possible. I swear every student is always like, I don't want to send it. I don't want to send it. No, you have to send it because this is the culmination of all your years of work. And if you don't send it, you'll never know what the possibility is. So just being able to take that step back, look at the bigger picture. So sometimes it's the forest for the tree, right? It's this one essay. No, it's not this one essay. It's all of your academics. It's all of your extracurriculars. It's this whole picture that you are as a student. And how did we build this picture before we put that application, process into play? What are all the things that you've done over the last, 3+ years to get you to where you need to be? So just talking them down off that ledge when they think that they're not good enough or not in that space yet. They definitely are. They're just, they're scared to, not see the unknown yet. Like they can't see the whole picture yet.
Sure. And we talk about helping them to build their college, build their resume to get into college, right? So Ms. Pergola, when you're working with their students, like what are the things that you're talking to them about in terms of putting their best foot forward and building that best resume that represents them?
So I think this goes a lot back to even club choices. Our students, part of building their resume is showing leadership, showing consistency in things, showing initiative. Colleges want to know what the student is going to do to put them on the map. So we have students that have come to me and really wanted to start a certain club, whether it be Amnesty, a business club, a finance club. These are things that they have a passion in and they want to keep working with. And since the clubs are primarily student driven, again, with just a teacher advisor, we allow them to open these clubs, run it, propose something to the students. This year, we've had 3 or 4 clubs that have never been proposed before actually currently running, which is really nice because it stems from everything where we have students who really want to be athletes when they go to college, and that's what they want to do, and they want to have leaderships in that, and they're going to work on those sports. We have business clubs. We have something as simple as communication for our students who have international language barriers to work with our domestic students more to help them build that English language, because that's going to help them. That's going to help them pass their TOEFL quicker. That's going to help them on their SAT. It also opens just the culture for our students, which is a big part of what I've seen a lot of our students, especially the senior year, talk about in their experience at Knox, how they've developed this cultural acceptance because of the diversity at our school. So when I meet with these students and they want to follow these passions, it's finding how. If we don't have a class that we could offer, is there a club that we could offer? Is there an extracurricular? Is there an outside course that we can register them for with supervision from a current faculty. We always find a way to make something work for the students so that they can take that path that they need.
Thank you. I think I'm going to ask one last question of the two of you. What advice would you give to students who are going through or about to go through this process, right? Why is Knox the right choice for them, or why would you recommend Knox here for when you're thinking about our academic offerings, when you're thinking about the college counseling process and that whole process? Why Knox in that mix?
Me personally, I am in year 8 here, so I have seen a lot of growth and development within our programs, whether that be academics, clubs, even college counseling. The one-on-one attention that a student gets here is completely unmatched. From the moment they step foot on our campus, whether it's as a 6th grader or a 12th grader, we strive to learn everything possible about them, not just their academic strengths, but their personal beliefs, what they enjoy doing, who their friends are, why are they your friends. We will know things simply as what their favorite color is. We know who their roommates are. We pair their roommates up based on their backgrounds and experiences and what they want to know. That is something that makes a big difference, because it's not just a matter of us counseling them through the process. It's the letters that we're going to write for these students, because the college application is a lot of just black and white, and the student can't really express themselves enough. So that comes from us. So the more that we get to know the students, and we can, because we spend so much time with them in the classroom, outside of the classroom, on the court, off the court, it gives us that more personal take on who our kids are and what they can bring to the next level of education that they go to.
In that same respect, I came from a very large school, and I was one in so many. So Knox is that really individualized and special experience for the student. There is not counseling like this, even on an individual basis with consultants that I've worked with on college counseling level. There is not this team of people that are working with each individual student and truly getting them the best possible application process, the best possible experience in the process. It's just over and over again, everybody is working to be able to help an art student build a portfolio, help a STEM student really strive as a woman in STEM, like all of these different individual students that are bringing in their outside dance, but they're not dancing at school, but it's still part of their process and it's still who they are. We have an actress on campus. All of these different individuals are really getting the process that they need to be able to strive for whatever they're going to in their career and their future. And it's just the same that Ms. Pergola talked about, being able to really individualize the attention that they're getting, the application process, the classes that they're in. Everybody knows everybody on our campus, and it really does create this community that you would never think possible anywhere else but at Knox.
Well, I thank you both for your thoughts tonight, and I appreciate the time that you took to share more about our academic program, as well as our college counseling program. Just to let everybody know who's on the call tonight, this is day 2 of a full week of events. We have more about our arts program tomorrow night, followed by our athletics, and we'll finish up with STEM, and then our campus open house is on Sunday. So we invite you to take part in any of all of the events we have going on this week, and we thank everyone for their time. So have a great night.